Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Italian 100 player Call of War 1942 Let's Play series. So we're back on the map, and it is right now day what day was it? Day 13, I believe, or is it day 14? I don't know math. I'm pretty sure it's day 13 though, or it's day 14. So right now it is day 14. Let's start off by looking at the what do you call it? The newspaper. So in terms of victory points, we are second right now. Cuba's up there with 401. We also gained a lot, and we are up at 390, just behind them. I mean, the difference between us and Cuba is like 11, and the difference between us and second, Ukraine in third, is like 123. It's a huge difference there. Me and Cuba are far ahead of these. The points don't really matter that much. It's mainly just it kind of feels good to have the most points. But if you look at the economies, there's no, yeah, I know I can check it there, check it here, but sometimes changes midway through. It's kind of annoying, so I'm just gonna check it here. To the economies, we are first with 235,000 tons. Cuba in second. We're actually around 30K behind us. Then you have Peru, Algeria, and Spain and Ukraine. All our coalition members 4th, 5th, and 6th, and Libya all the way down in 15th. Um, so yeah, that's not tough for Libya, but I think it's mainly because his land has been ravished by all the wars he's been part of. So I don't blame him too much. But yeah, we're doing a pretty good job economy wise. Largest economy in the game, that's pretty good. Still don't have rare. In terms of the war, we're gonna talk about Xinjiang or whatever later. We were able to push through Persia. We got a reveal all in Persia, and apparently they only had like what was it 40 units or something like that. So yeah, pretty weak stuff. Oh yeah, pretty weak stuff, and almost none of that was, and most of those 40 units we already killed. They only have maybe 15 now, very low. We were able to take most of Syria, and Iraq actually, so we really got these two countries. I think Persia have a media tank going around here, but I think it's already been killed by my bombers, so that's good. We should have that, and we're trying to bomb Tabriz here. We're trying to bomb this area near Tabriz. We're trying to bomb this anti-tank and try to capture Tabriz. We captured basically Syria and Iraq land. Only one actually functioned, I see, in Mosul, which you could convert to airbase. We're going to do stuff there. But yeah. Did we lose a thing? No, we didn't. Okay. Ooh, that's good. So yeah, in terms of Saudi Arabia, oh yeah. So speaking of which, we had. If you wonder why there's like no units here anymore, it's because when we did, Xinjiang randomly like attacked us, and they had 12 bombers chilling in Joff, which you guys probably saw. And while I was offline in the night, and while I was offline in the day, anyways, he just bombed like all of my units, and I didn't have any anti-air, which is my fault, but. Oh, and my interceptors were far north of doing other stuff. So yeah, he bombed a hell of our units. We lost like maybe 8, 10 units. So yeah, that's bad. But luckily, we got a reveal all in Xinjiang, and we were able to locate these 12 attack bombers. And that's a pretty rookie mistake on their part to have attack bombers with no interceptors. He just left 12 here, so I sent this stack of 6 interceptors and 5 attack bombers in to attack this, which usually be 12. Another thing is he didn't take account of state-based damage efficiency, which well, the more units you sometimes if you go over a limit of the units in a stack, each unit will do less damage. So it was like the state based damage efficiency was 55% when it had 12, meaning each plane only did like 55. So each plane only did like half damage. So essentially he only was doing 6 planes worth of damage. We have 5 here, so 92%, and we have 6 here, 87%. So pretty high. Now he's still at 72%, but we were able to in one attack killed 3 tactical bombers and barely took any damage on our own planes. So with a few more attacks, this thing should be dead, and we should have a large part of, that should be the main Xinjiang Air Force dead. And then we look at other Air Force, which I got the reveal all on them. The only other plane is right here, one interceptor. So that's their whole Air Force pretty much dead. Which means we were about to rule the skies and bomb the hell out of them. So after we got the reveal all, we saw that they have 84 units. So yeah, we have 92. Yeah, 92. So pretty similar size. But yeah. Um, Also, so as you can see here, he has a lot of units pushing in. A lot of all of these are armored units, like SP artillery, medium tanks, light tanks, tank destroyers. So yeah, we can see there's two main locations these units are going to. There's this 8 stack, this 3 stack, and this 2 stack. They're trying to push into these like southern regions near Kuwait. So you have all of that. Apart from that, almost their whole army, like all these SP artilleries around here, and a lot of other units are grouping them in Karaj. So the plan is to just screw them up because they're gonna have most of their land army just chilling in Karaj. Because a lot of armies have their core, but I'm assuming they won't move that in case the Chinese attack. So yeah, in terms of their invading force, these guys I don't know. We're not gonna be able to deal with them yet because this is a pretty strong stack. 8 light tanks, 5 medium tanks. We won't be able to deal with that anytime soon. But what I'm planning, I'm gonna get rockets going, and we're gonna deal with that later on. But let's deal. First, we need to deal with the things in Karaj and all these SP artillery because these will really come back to haunt us and really annoy us. So one thing they aren't doing is that first of all they have no air force, and I made the same mistake. Well, I didn't have anti-air because as we see they have no anti-air. They don't have SP anti-air. They don't have a normal anti-air. And yeah, I made the same mistake. But the thing is, at least I had air force. Yeah, I didn't get the air force there in time, but at least I have it now. At least I had Air Force airplanes. He does nothing apart from this one interceptor, which I don't know what he's going to do. It's not even level it up. He has no Air Force. That's a big mistake on his part. Because I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine, and he bombed the hell out of my units. I'm going to bomb the hell out of his units with my Air Force. And he won't be able to do anything about it because he won't have any way to counter it. So we're going to... Oh, did this thing get bombed? Okay, we bombed it. No damage. But yeah, after these things group up, which... I'm gonna be going to sleep soon, but I'm not too worried because all these units to get here, like these SP artillery, I don't think he'll start attack without these artilleries. Maybe around, these artilleries will take on average like 9 hours, and I'm probably gonna be the next time I log into the game is probably in 10, so I'm not too worried they actually get anywhere here. So plan is to take out their air force here and send the rest of the planes to just attack Karaj. Because with no anti-air, yes, my planes will take damage because tanks obviously do have a teeny weeny bit of defense value against airplanes, but it's still a very minuscule amount. And compared to the damage we'll be doing against them, it's totally worth it. So we are gonna absolutely bomb the living hell out of Karaj and any units they have there, and hopefully by the morning when I wake up, they will be very low on units. Yeah, hopefully they'll be very low on units, and we can hopefully then in the morning get my artillery, my units, and run them over. This is gonna be a very interesting war because Xing Chang, almost starts also a pretty good player. So if we can, we're gonna give them a taste of their ominous, and they bomb the hell out of my troops. It's time that I return the favor and bomb the hell out of their units. So yeah, there's also a shitload of units in Ukraine, and I'm bringing all of them back, which will also be a huge help in the battles. So that's great, and we have a lot of units pulling up to the borders now. Rockets. We're also producing a lot of rockets, and we have a navy, but it's not really doing much because there's not really anything to fight. As you can see, there's also just one tank unit. You might be wondering, what the hell are you doing here? Just running right through. Well, according to their plans, yeah, this guy's gonna pass through, but like, he's not defending any of these provinces. So yeah, it's stupid to just have a solo tank unit trying to run through, but no air force, he can't really kill with that. So he'd have to actually send units onto it. Which, I mean, this is just like a kind of suicide mission. It's the risk is not that high. It's only one light tank which can easily reproduce. But the reward is very high, taking a lot of provinces, taking a lot of industry, and completely disrupting their economy and ability to make units. And none of these provinces are being protected. So, unless he builds new units, well, yeah. But we're gonna do this and see how far this tank can go and see what we can do. This is really a suicide mission, but yeah. So we're basically dealing with a 1v3 here because we're trying to attack Persia, Saudi Arabia, and Xinjiang without any help. I mean, I guess Madagascar is trying to attack Saudi Arabia, but I don't even know what they're doing. They took the capital, and that's like it. So yeah, we're basically dealing with a 1v3 here. We pretty much kill Persia. Only reason they're alive is because Xinjiang is in their land reclaiming it. They see Persia's dead. Xinjiang is keeping them alive. And Saudi Arabia, I don't know how strong they are, but they don't look too strong. So we're fighting a 1v3, and we're not doing too bad. We killed these guys. I think these are like not doing too good. It's just Xinjiang we have to worry about. So the other two members in their coalition are Tibet and South India, and I actually asked the Chinese alliances to attack these guys because I needed help. And well, they didn't attack Xinjiang as I wanted them to, but they attacked Tibet and South India, which is great. So these three right here are at war with these two. Hopefully, they can get rid of these two and then move in on Xinjiang, and the Zoroastrians will be dead. But yeah, pretty much right now it's like a four-way coalition war. You have, the Chinese. I mean, not four-way, but there's a four coalition war. You have the Chinese attacking Zoroastrians, Zoroastrians at war with Chinese and us. We're at war with Zoroastrians and the South Africans. South Africans are at war with Zoroastrians and us. So, like, it's a complete mess right now. But I guess it's entertaining. I mean, to be fair, in terms of production, we're getting some rockets out because we want to rocket things. Light tanks, artillery, everything's going pretty well. Yeah, and the economy is also doing a very good job. So that should be the battle plan. I think you guys understand what the hell I'm trying to do. And yeah, I think I should be. I'm kind of confident. I'm feeling kind of confident we should be able to win this war in the long run. I'm just concerned about how much damage I'll take trying to do so. But yeah, there's always a price to pay if you want to be successful. Yeah, we're doing, but apart from that, we're doing all right. It's in terms of resources, everything apart from like rare materials, we're doing a pretty good job in. So no worries there. Let's talk about the African front actually. So Libya, Algeria, and Spain's also got almost all their army here. Apparently, we got reveal on these two. They have like 40 units around. Both their actually not both, but Congo's capital has fallen, and they're stacking up armies here, and that's gonna get bombarded and take hefty damage from the what's it called? From the Spanish Spanish, right? No, from the Libyan artillery. So yeah, pretty good job. I think Nigeria's pretty much dead. I think they should be able to finish off Gabon later, but it's still going to take a lot of time. Congo too, they'll probably finish off Congo too next, and then Angola, South Africa, Madagascar, they'll have to deal with. But a lot of stuff going on. It's a complete mess right now. Yeah, complete mess. In terms of the Oceania, West Australia is taking control of all of Australia and New Zealand. But in Papua New Guinea, Philippines have gone inactive, so Australia might invade the AIs. South America is obviously united. Apart from I don't even know these guys. I think they're being invaded. I think these guys are being invaded by North Argentina. Not sure though. Peru and South Argentina have taken over the Mexicos. Peru's invading California. The only other active nation of BC who's doing alright. Cuba, who's doing very good. Obviously, they're the only other ones that are competing with us in terms of VP and Quebec. I think Quebec, BC, and Cuba might ally with each other, but not too sure for now. So yeah, I think we're doing a pretty good job. Everything's going very well, and yeah. So I think that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you want to watch previous episodes, feel free to, and if you want to stay updated with new episodes in this series, be sure to subscribe. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for some more content, and peace.